Thanks Motueka High School for a really good question around how do we prevent anger from becoming physical acts of violence in a school setting. I think even though we're always going to get surprised by the odd unexpected act of violence, in most cases we know our angry kids, right? We know the kids that are likely to kick off. And so I suppose one option is to kind of cross our fingers and hope for the best. The other option is to actually plan and be curious and know these kids and be in relationship with them. Often anger and aggression can be seen, or especially aggression can be seen as actually the nervous system's attempt to problem solve. Clearly that problem solve isn't working for the school, and it's possibly not working for the kid either in the long term. But in that short term, if I'm in a situation that's overwhelming me and I don't know how to get out, then actually becoming aggressive is usually a pretty quick way to get people either getting me out of that situation or me getting out of that situation. So we want to know these kids, we want to potentially know what's in their world, we want to potentially know, obviously I'm not wanting to say you're going to turn into a therapist here, but as much as time allows or as the young person's tolerance allows, is getting to know what kind of things are going on for them. Look at what supports are around them, looking at that bigger picture. So that when there are moments when things are starting to heat up, you kind of know what their triggers are. And also they kind of start to know what their triggers are. And that there's a plan around this. Yeah, the child hasn't suddenly let you down or isn't doing what they're supposed to. Actually, they've become overwhelmed. And so if we can be calm as we go into those situations, if our nervous systems can be settled, because literally everything goes better when we're feeling settled as the adults around a young person whose nervous system is freaking out, because our nervous systems do tend to talk to each other, then we can go into that situation and help this young person traverse this really difficult situation where they're feeling overwhelmed. Now again, that doesn't mean we're saying, hey, that's fine, you can lose it. We absolutely need consequences, we need to have boundaries around what this young person is doing, and ironically that helps them keep safer. But we actually are helping them through a situation where they're learning to have more self-control. They're not in trouble because they haven't got that yet. And we're looking at shaping behaviour across time. So this isn't a one-off wonder. This is about looking for moments where we get in sooner, where they get angry a little less, where when they get angry it's a little less intense. So we're wanting to shape that behaviour as we move along. And we also want to give this young person opportunities to come back into the fold, to repair once there's been a rupture. Because ultimately this stuff is all going to go a lot more smoothly if people can stay in relationship with each other, even where there's some things that hit the floor. Now to do that, of course, the adults in the lives of these kids need care and support, and that needs to be prioritised because, I know it takes some energy, especially when you've got 20 other kids, 30 other kids in your class. So part of that plan is how do we support the teachers and the support staff around this young person so that everybody is safe, yeah, and keep up the great work because it's really, really important.